Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to another episode of our glorious Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Let's Play. Yet another glorious day awaits our glorious nation as we continue on track to the future, a utopia for all the citizens of this beautiful country. Folks, I will not bore you with a prolonged introduction as always. I just want to mention, if you've been enjoying this series, if you would like to see it continue, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference in how I approach content on the channel, what I do more or less of, and how I go about doing it. And just lets me know, again, if you have any feedback, thoughts, opinions, or tips and tricks and ideas with regards to our approach. With that said, folks, let's get this party started, shall we? The first order of business, I think, is to actually talk about the roadmap that got dropped on us just a couple of days ago now. I mean, I think literally the day after I released the previous episode, the developers dropped a bit of a roadmap outlining their plans between now and a 2022 release. I think it was a December 2022 release date. Now, I will not go too in-depth into every single sort of element, every single piece of the roadmap, because it is quite detailed, which is really good to see, but I just want to do a little bit of a top-line conversation today, and then maybe come this Sunday, we'll have a more kind of in-depth conversation about what's coming and some specifics about what's coming. So as of October of this year, we can expect to see the addition of the loyalty mechanics we were discussing last session. So that is to say, government loyalty actually has an impact, and students are impacted by the loyalty of their teachers, and you can actually control employment based on citizen loyalty. So that's all coming as of October is the plan. So hopefully that's when it releases to the like the main branch, which would mean then that we should be able to cover it on the channel before then. But that's me. We're playing with hypotheticals there. So either way, though, I am excited to get my hands on that. So the loyalty update, as well as the secret police update, will be happening at the same time, alongside the UI update as well that I've talked about a couple times. So UI, secret police, and loyalty all coming together in October sometime. We don't know precisely when, but sometime in October. So that'll be pretty interesting. We'll have the initial steps of the justice system. We can call it that, with just the secret police. The justice system will be coming through in October, and then shortly thereafter, I think we'll be seeing. Again, I'm doing this off the top of my head. I think we have orphanages coming. We'll have police beyond the secret police as well coming. Down the line further. Now the dates, again, there are dates that are provided in the roadmap, but not only are they fuzzy in my mind, truth be told, they're probably relatively kind of loose targets as well, because that's how development works. It's difficult to sometimes meet these kinds of targets, especially with the big kind of moves they're trying to make with every sort of landmark in this roadmap. But we've got orphanages coming. Orphanages will of course control not just I guess children whose parents have been taken to jail potentially, but also children whose parents have died. Currently in the game, when parents die for whatever reason, their children actually die as well. So it just kind of like takes them all together and drops the number of your population, and the actual simulation as well, of course, is affected. But moving forward, you're actually going to have orphanages where you're going to have to take care of these kids. You're going to be able to again control the loyalty that gets passed down based on the employees at that orphanage, like the loyalty of the employees, and how that kind of gets imparted onto the children. So we're going to be seeing that. Then we're going to shortly thereafter, I say shortly thereafter, we're talking about months in between here, of course, we're going to see water and sewage get integrated into the game. So you're actually going to have to manage the treatment of, I assume, and the movement of water, as well as the treatment of and movement of sewage. Oh, we have a lot of fire trucks being exported over here. I was like, what is that? Fire trucks, apparently. Okay, whoops. They all got trained up to here. Anyway, so water treatment and sewage treatment and disposal, all that will be coming soon-ish. Again, ish. And then beyond that, there's so much coming. We're going to have garbage being introduced to the game as well. Garbage disposal, I imagine that comes with the conversation of, a bad job of disposing garbage, so perhaps we're going to see garbage buildup and disease and things like that, and fire risks and things like that from not doing a good job of taking care of garbage, potentially. But that'll be interesting. So garbage is coming. I believe now we're into like sort of middle of next year, though. Like I said, I'm saying soon. I'm speaking relative in terms of development time soon. But yeah, water, garbage, police and stuff are coming sooner than that. The UI update, I mentioned the loyalty update. And there's a couple more things here and there leading up to, of course, the release in December. Some of those things include like scenario modes or a cosmonaut mode being actually a part of the game, by like as a setting in the game, more mod support, more vehicles and things like that. So I'm kind of like glossing over some of those, just talking about the really big updates that are coming. And there are some really huge ones. I'm really excited. Again, now dealing with garbage management isn't really like, you know, other games have done it, yes, but look, I'm gonna be honest with you, I want to see how this game does it, because everything this game does, it cranks it up to 11, you know? So I'm really curious to see how water treatment, sewage, and garbage is done in this game. And I mean, you know, this is why I'm kind of glad we didn't restart just because of the climate update, you know, with heating and all that kind of stuff, because inevitably in early access you're going to get additional huge updates, and retrofitting all that kind of stuff into this nation would have been probably impossible, you know, the bigger and bigger we get. So hopefully there are settings to turn those on and off as they come through. But yeah, we might be looking at a December 2022 launch, and maybe a new nation at that point in time. So we still have some time with this country, unless some of you decide you'd rather I restart sooner for some reason or another. But, you know, let me know. Now, again, I know I'm going on for maybe a little too long. Give me one more minute here. But we talked briefly about the military being a potential feature in this game. According to this roadmap, that is not part of the plan. It may have been one of those like would be nice to haves on their like Trello board from like a year ago that they have since removed because it just didn't feel valuable enough, which is perfectly cool. It wasn't like a necessity in my books, though many of you did seem very interested in the idea. There were some interesting suggestions as well. One mention, in fact, of like, hey, it'd be interesting if you needed to have all these military, like, you know, buildings and production capabilities to have like parades. And I thought that was an interesting thing to mention because it touches into the loyalty conversation we were having. You know, nothing like a good military parade to drive up government loyalty, right? But anyway, sorry. I just wanted to talk about that roadmap. You know what? I was going to save all the details for Sunday, but I guess I've kind of gone over them today. My apologies. Jumped the gun. I was just too excited. I couldn't help myself from talking about it. It was way too exciting. Some really cool stuff coming. I cannot wait to tackle it. I'm so glad I came across Workers and Resources. I'm so glad that I'm playing it on the channel and I get to share my like just infinite joy for this game with you. But on the topic of infinite joy, why don't we go ahead and flip to some sources of infinite frustration, at least for myself. I try to figure this stuff out. I promise you. I do try to learn this kind of stuff to make the viewing experience better. But some things just, you know, I don't know. Some things I can't wrap my head around, or I think the logic should be one way, but it is differently. And of course, they're trying to simulate the real world, and something doesn't click. But I am grateful to have many of you in the comments, you know, help me out, and that's exactly what we had today, as we have often. I say today, I mean a couple days ago when this video released. I get this kind of help often, and I appreciate it greatly. So thank you very much always for well, everything. But here, it's been suggested that I get rid of the semaphores we had over here. That was one thing. And the other thing was that we could actually move this closer. Well, it said, I think it said closer to the right, the comment, but I think it meant closer to the left, because it's closer to the right. Sorry, further to the right, closer to the road. Oh no, okay, I'm misreading the comments. So yeah, closer to the road is correct. So this should be over here. We moved it while I was rambling earlier, so that should be good. I don't think. Oh, unless maybe it was this one. Right, I think it was this one. Okay. And this shouldn't matter either, truth be told. I don't think we need such massive blocks over here. But why don't we go ahead and pull this back to where it was originally? I'm glad I'm reviewing the work over here, rather than assuming that in my distracted state I was doing it correctly. Definitely worth a double check. So why don't we go ahead and pop you down over here. The logic here being that none of the trains on this track are all that long, so we don't need such long gaps and stuff. So hopefully this will do the trick. We might need to adjust this a little bit, but that'll be with practical testing. We'll be able to really determine what we need to do. So yeah, so trains no reason. You don't have long trains on that section, so there's no need to have huge waiting space there. Also, consecutive crossings need to be considered as one big crossing and not have signals in between, as it causes trains to sit in the middle, like we have right now, and that causes blockages all over the place. Now, that means consecutive crossings. Okay, so crossing and a crossing like that, and a crossing like this. Might not be understanding it clearly. Hopefully this does the trick, but if I am misunderstanding something, it's telling me that I should get rid of this to make the green block the one big block from here all the way to there. That seems like a large one. Correct me if I'm wrong. What I love is the comment includes the statement, that whole area has become too big of a mess with one-way and two-way tracks and trains only going halfway before going back while making use of one-way tracks, while not having crossings in some places and too many crossing in others. Which honestly is just like that. That was like icing on the cake of a very helpful comment. But it's very true though. This is a very messy section of track. I do this to myself, don't I? I do this to myself. I'm hoping this cleans things up a little bit. And if every once in a while I have to come back and nudge a train left or right, it's not the end of the world. But I do hope I've understood your comment correctly. Again, thank you very much for the assistance. I don't know, sometimes there's one of those things that I've just not been able to, I don't know why, wrap my head around. I don't know why. I'm normally very good at this kind of stuff, but the trains in this game throw me off. Now, this, it's been pointed out to me that, oh, you know what? Okay, fair play. Yeah, okay, there we go. We do have room. So it was pointed out to me that I shouldn't build this over here because I'll be blocking my like power lines, right? And I had actually taken that into consideration while putting this down, because I was like, I should be able to go over top of it, or I should be able to go next to it. And it does look like I'm able to go. Let me just check this out, right? If I go up to here, can I then continue onwards? Yes, I can. Now, do I like how that looks? You know, I don't hate it as much as I thought I would when I first planted it down. But the option is there to do that, or ooh, actually, can we? Let's go ahead and run an experiment here. We can do that, right? So let's go ahead and Okay, I was hoping to just cancel the middle block, but I guess it doesn't work that way. The other options, of course, we can go to the side, it seems. Maybe this side would be easier to go to. Lots of infrastructure blocking our approach here. But if I do put this to the side here, can I put this out to the side here? I can. So, like, we are able to get out of this kind of packed back area. I do agree we will need all of these outputs, probably. So I want to make sure they're, you know, clear. But I also, yes, I'm a sucker for aesthetics, and I wanted this to kind of line up nicely. So with that said and done, it tells me that we are, yeah, able to, one way or another, establish the connections from out over here. These guys as well, you have enough room there, you have enough room there. Yeah, we should be fine. Must be a scary train station to stop at, though, with all these cables going over top. It's like all it takes is one, like, I don't know. Imagine coming here in a thunderstorm, right? It's just like, I don't want to go to work today. But with that said, it's been asked of me to auto-build all this track, and I agree, auto-build all the track as well as the stations, and I think we'll do exactly that, just to accelerate the process a bit, just to get people up to that nuclear power plant and working there, and just to get people some jobs as well. Now, it's been suggested, I forget the percentages, but if I remember my math correctly, it's been suggested that our unemployment rate isn't actually all that bad. It does seem like 10% is like the rough kind of area, the kind of like rough resting area for unemployment, and we're around that 10% mark with our unemployment almost consistently. I think in the real world, I think the comment said in the real world about 5 to 8% or something is the target. I'm sorry, I forget the detail, but we might actually be okay for unemployment. I would like to see the number be lower. I just don't know if that's, you know, possible. The reason why it's good to have, weird to say, I know, why it's good to have a bit of unemployment is you have access to a workforce in case of like emergencies and things like that. And also unemployment just kind of, you know, it happens. There are acceptable levels of unemployment, though for us, we're hoping that the acceptable level is 0. Now, what do I want to do here? I want to also see how I can get a train actually onto these tracks, right? Because right now, we don't have, we don't have a connection to the train depot. Now, the train depot is all the way up over here. I could do this kind of a thing, right? I can connect it up over here, and then a train would pop out that way, come out this way, come down this way, and go over that way. Okay, that might make more sense. Because I was wondering, like, okay, do I want to get these tracks connected? Where are we? From down over here, over this way, and up and over. We might want to do that eventually. I think, yes, eventually we will want to to do that, to create this loop, but not to bring the trains over, right? Not to bring the trains over. And then down over here as well, I should be able to clear this. Just want to make sure we are able to clear this like bump over here, this terrain over here, because this is where we want to go south, right? And I'm sure we'll have to do a fair bit of like terraforming to get down here, but we want to go south there to hit up our mining opportunities down over here. Where are we? Metallurgy, it would be the bauxite mine. That is the mine, right? Yep. Somewhere over here, I think. Further down, perhaps. It is really far away. That is a long train ride. It is really far away. I'm glad we have more modern trains now. Now, again, the bauxite mine itself maybe doesn't need workers, or so I've been told in the comments. We don't actually need workers, though it does say over here we need up to 45 workers. So I'm a little confused by that. By that statement in the comments many episodes ago now. These other guys do need workers, and if we have an airplane production facility down over here as well, they'll need workers too. And yeah, I think we'll bring the train down from up over there, providing more like jobs to Krasna and stuff, right? We might even get. I wonder if we make this into a T junction instead, and then bring people down here from up there too, so that the people that are living in this city, some of them are working, yes, at the nuclear power plant and stuff, but others are actually taking a train, all the way down to work at the airplane production facilities. That could be pretty cool, actually. I didn't even think about that previously. That could actually be pretty cool. So I'm glad that I took a moment here to sort of think about that. The question is, how do we actually make that happen here? Can we actually make that happen here? Do we want this to be a T junction, or do we want it to be kind of a four? Oh dear. This is going to be one of... Oh, no. I don't want to do this. I do, but I don't. You know what I mean? I'm thinking this needs to be like a four-way crossing. And I don't think my mind or my body are ready for that level of complexity. I mean, look, if we do a T over here, right? These guys come down, right? And then this would hook up this way. And then we just kind of mirror it on the other side, but then also have the middle sections join up, right? Because if you want to go this way, it's like making a highway for trains. Oh dear. Okay, well that's something. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. We'll figure that out later. But let me know what you guys think. I think that would be quite nice, actually. And the reason why I'm thinking we do like a four-way junction over here is because there's so much more, everything over there. Like, look at how much land we have over here, that if we want to do a transnational kind of a like railway, we'd want to be able to go straight down that way, right? So something to think about. Okay, interesting. This is fine. Let's go ahead and cancel this because I don't actually want to pay for this right now. Again, a little bit of planning I think goes a long way. A little bit of planning really helps prevent heartache down the line. Well, like for example, this section over here, like I wish I'd maybe thought it a bit more through, but I think we'll be okay. It's not the cleanest part of the track, but again, what I'm thinking is, do we kind of pull out over here to connect up to the station up over there? And if we do, when do we do that? I'm not in a rush for it, I don't think, because we don't really have to get workers from here up to there. The people at Krasna need jobs. The people at St. Elitesburg as well, but less so, right? So I'm not in a rush to build this. I just wanted to make sure it was possible, and it does look like it is. If we go from here, we got room there, we got room there. Just we need to be a little bit higher so that we do that, and then right next to it we do that. Yeah, like we've got room over here. We go over and over, we go up over here from underneath these guys, right? And then we hook up over here. So I'm not really concerned about that. That should be okay. More concerned about the people at Krasna. Let's go ahead and up over here. Right, this was where things were a little bit funkier. Do I want to attach down over here, and why? Train's coming up for some reason and going over. Like, it's mainly just to have like a circuit, I guess. My question more so is this circuit necessary? Do we want this circuit, and why? And do we want a different way of connecting it? Really wish I'd done a cleaner job of things up over here. Man, looking back at past PartyElite sometimes is like, wow, what was I thinking? Well, I wasn't. I thought I knew what I was doing, but I've come a long way since then, and now I can identify at least some of my mistakes. All right, so why don't we go ahead and, yeah, train comes out this way, goes over this way, comes up, goes this way, and then, I guess, yeah, pulls down from over here. Or we could do from over here. I don't know how cleanly that would work. Crossing not allowed. Not very cleanly, evidently. Yeah, the game does not like me using this space, I don't think. Go from a bit earlier, yeah. Now, how does that work, though? In terms of, My other option, of course, is to, like, pull down this way. Let me see if I can get this. And, like, hook it up like this. So, where are we? Down like that, and over like that. Like, that's the other option. That's not the neatest curve, but we're close. We're very close, actually. Go ahead and get rid of that. This might actually be the cleanest option. All right, there we go. Beautiful. Because this way, a train comes out, goes down this way, goes over, and it will never interrupt, you know, this stuff over here where things are already pretty busy, pretty messy, and this doesn't even need to be like too complicated, because it can just be a one-way. In theory, not a one-way, sorry, a two-way. In theory, a train never has to go back to this depot, in theory, right? But now, one thing I'm wondering is, can I actually... Nah, I can't. I would really like to get Veteran Kagrat connected up to like this whole section. Just wondering what the best way to do that would be. Do we actually like... How do we go about doing that? If you have any suggestions, or if you think it's just impossible, let me know in the comments, because I feel like it might actually just be impossible unless we completely revisit and rework this area, which might be too much. It might be overdoing it, right? Other option, of course, is to like split up much further up over here somewhere, and then like hook up like down over here or something. I don't know, that seems like a little bit of overkill again. I don't think there's any viable or realistic approach to this section. Here, do we want to... I wonder almost if I want to get rid of this and instead have these guys hook up over there. No, why take away from this section of track? There's no reason to do that. If we do attach these guys, we will attach them, I think, down over here. Too steep, it says. Why don't we go ahead and see just how cleanly we can do this, if we can do this. Cancel the snapping for a second here. This is more just a test to see if this is possible. I thought it was. I thought we checked it last time, and I thought it was possible, but looking like a no right now, and that's a little confusing. Just a little bit. Okay, so we have spots. They're just not the cleanest. Just not the cleanest. Not necessarily a fan of that, obviously. Too steep of a descent, I imagine that's from like up over there to down over there. Yeah, it's because we have the slope over here. Okay. Okay, so kind of funky looking. But we are able to connect. Checking my limits here. There we go, like that. And then can you connect as well? No, you cannot connect. Snapping on. Still can't connect. Okay. What if I do that? Okay, I'll have to do it in parts. Do I love it? Not necessarily. I could probably clean this up, actually. Like, I'm glad I'm doing this now, because I can clean this up now. I won't have to look at it in its like hideous format for the rest of my my life. Go ahead and... Oh, oops. I meant to do the waypoint. It slipped my mind. That was an option. Let's go ahead and back this up. So let's go ahead and back this up. There we go. Back you up as well. I'm okay with this. Do I want this to be... I don't think so. I don't think so. Come on. There we go. If I go all the way directly, we'll at least get that curve coming in from sooner. You know what I mean? Like, it looks a bit more intentional. Might not be the straightest of lines, but it looks a bit more intentional. That most certainly was not. Yeah. Not the biggest fan of such a sharp bend at the end over here, but I don't think we have an option. Give me a second here, folks. Again, I want this to be like... Oh, God. I hate when the game does this. What I was saying was I want this to be like a one and done kind of a thing, where, I put this down and then never have to think about it again, never regret my decision or anything like that again, never have to come back and rebuild this entire section or anything like that. I don't think I'll get a better curve than what I was getting earlier. Man, I really, really hate when the game does that. And now... Now what? Alright, let's go the other way. Come on. Now you're not letting me hook up. Okay, that's fantastic. I had something that worked, and now it's gone. Alright, you know what? This is one of those rare times where I'm going to reload an autosave, because I need to. Wow, I actually didn't notice that the autosave happened exactly when I needed it to. This is actually perfect. This was meant to be. Now, if down the line I do decide I want to, for some reason, hook this up the other way, I think I'll be able to. Yeah, I should be able to get nice curves over here as well. Well, decent enough curves. But I mean, again, I don't think I'll need that, because anytime a train needs to go down there from the depot, it would go, you know, it would go the slightly maybe longer way. Maybe this is the shorter way. I don't know. Either way, it would go this way. So I don't need that. God damn, though, I would really like... I'll think about it between sessions or something. I don't want to keep blabbering on about how I want to connect Vector to this network over here. We, of course, also have this potential spot for connection as well, but I don't think this would work cleanly at all. Like, we'd have to remove some of the wiring over here. That's not a problem. We'd go up, around, down, and hook up over here. I mean, we could try it. Geez, okay, let's see. I don't want to break something that, you know, has been working for so long. Again, one of like the oldest parts of the nation, right? It's been working relatively smoothly for quite some time. What we could do is pull away. I wonder if this is a horrible idea. We want access from down over here. This is all grain stuff. I don't think we need to have access. Doesn't hurt to, though, right? All right, let's try this. If we're gonna get all this set up, let's see if we can get it set up. Again, like I was saying, once and for all. Where is my medium voltage wiring? And what kind of medium voltage wiring are you? You are this stuff, right? Yeah, you are. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure I had the right stuff. Let's go ahead and got these little guys over here as well. The little guy is which one? This one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and get rid of these guys and these guys. I'm gonna regret this. We're gonna go ahead and plant these guys down like so. Need to buy myself some more room. I might be a little too tight to that field over there, but we're about to find out. Pop you down like that. Pop you down like that. And for a waypoint in the way, right, of course. You have to pull that back a bit and get like a chain set up, because we're going into a junction, right? This would need to be a chain, and this would need to be a chain. That would be a regular one. Let's just go ahead and get rid of these. Right. And then here we would hook up right side to right side. So we cannot have big trains over here. Why am I making this connection? Look, if I had answers to all the questions in the world, who knows where I'd be in life. Why are we making this connection? Because it'd be nice to have Vector connected to the nuclear facilities, I suppose, is why. That's really the best answer I've got for you. Just it feels like the right thing to do, I guess, is the best answer I have for you. So hopefully that answer suffices. Maybe this is a stupid idea. Maybe I'm doing something for the sake of doing something. I never like doing that, but it doesn't feel like I'm doing that right now. This feels like a reasonable move. But hey, you know, I can be wrong. I can be way off. I can be way off. Let's go up a little bit further. I didn't like the curves we were getting earlier, which is why I pulled back a little bit. So let's go ahead and do this up to that line there, I think. Go ahead and flatten that. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Okay, cool. Oh no, God no. We have to go a lot further. Like, this is wasted land. Yeah, we can put some like small farms in now because of how fields work now, but I don't want to zigzag the tracks up, obviously. That would be silly. I do many silly things, but not like that. Let's go ahead and there we go. Do something like that then. That's actually better. I wanted a wider curve, and now I've got it. I guess be careful what you wish for, I suppose, but go ahead and flatten all that down. Come on. Come on. It's like working sometimes and then stopping. Not sure why. Oh, I must be at like the threshold of where 2 construction offices are available. Alright, but let's see. Hook you up to roughly there. Seems straight enough. Pull you up as well. Crossing all out. Come on. Steep of an incline. It's because it's smooth partly, but not everything. Okay, fantastic. Go ahead and cancel all that. Can we flatten height from center? There we go. That should help, I think. Gonna get you out to... yeah, there. Come on. Alright, let's pull as far as we can. As cleanly as we can. See, it's because it gets... if the shape didn't get funky, I wouldn't care. Alright, we can do that. Parts like that. There we go. Up like this. Little downhill slope over there to get a little boost to our acceleration. And here we'll need an excavator or something. So I might want to hold off on that for a little bit. Let's go ahead and... because I have to check the auto build box and all that stuff. Let's go ahead and get our wiring set up again. No wireframe on, it's blinding me. So you're over here. Wow, that pulled really far back. Get you up to here. Over to here, and then over to here. There we go. And then let's go ahead and get these little guys over to here and over to here. That actually works out just fine, I think. Go ahead and pay for all that, of course. Don't want to forget that. Alright, back to our tracks. They'll come up and around. And straight down, all the way down to here. So hugging the fields, basically, as closely as possible. Because a lot of this is going to be wasted land if we try to use it for farming. This is where I want the next fields to be, right? So that's all good. The other thing about this connection, by the way, is that not only do I want it to like go out this way and then pull back down, I also want it to go out this way to deal with all the fuel and oil processing and all that kind of stuff. So having that connection is probably, yeah, there's probably more reason to do it than not. The other thing is also if I want to bring stuff down from, you know, Karabadag or Izina, is it an I or an L? Izina, I think. Then, you know, having a connection over here or at the mountains or something and hooking up like this or hooking up to the line going through isn't a terrible idea either. So there's a few reasons to want this connection. A few reasons. Now can I, rather where should I try and pull this line straight down? Like right over here maybe? I mean, seems to work. Sure, let's go ahead and pull you down like that. What happened there? Did I just ruin this field? Well, the autosave was also perfectly timed yet again. Ever since the latest update to fields, which I do quite like, allowing you to cut fields using, you know, roads and things like that. Ever since that update, though, the like impact of putting infrastructure down goes well beyond what it looks like it should. I think we've had this happen once before as well. I could be mistaken, but I think we've had it happen once before as well, and it's just like, it's good in theory, but in practice sometimes it doesn't quite work the way you expect it to. We should be in the clear here, though. We're very far away. Yeah, we're in the clear there. Good. Now, is that straight is the other question. I mean, close. Close, but no cigar. Close, but definitely no cigar. I would like to acquire said cigar. Can we go like so? That looks a little bit straighter, I think. Sure. And then we'll, I mean, I don't know if having a junction so close to a bridge is a good idea, or if it's a non-issue. I don't want to shift it too far over, because the next thing you know, we're dealing with, like, mountains, right? So that'll be a little, well, hopefully this isn't too awkward. We'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. Let's go ahead and continue up over here. Gotta build a bit of a valley, but unfortunately, again, need more excavators and stuff. Can we continue on a bit? Yeah. Still, yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. This will be a huge drop up there, though. So I'm not sure if that'll work. And that's roughly where we'll need a new, like, construction office or something, it looks like. For sure. Why don't we go ahead and put you down up over there for now. Go ahead and pop you down over here. And again, truth be told, if a little bit of money is wasted in this, it's not the end of the world. Look at how many rubles we have, right? Look at how many dollars we have completely unspent. And this is going to be very expensive. This is an extremely expensive set of tracks we're building. And all the stations as well. Extremely pricey, but hopefully extremely worth it. Alright. Right side hooking up to the right side over there. Left side hooking up to the left side over here. And then gotta get the left side hooked up to the left side. Crossing not allowed. Like, do it from over here then. Hooking up over here roughly, I think looks about right. Wait, I think I cacked that up. I did. Not I think, I know I did. Am I? There we go, and there we go. Cool. Where am I? You. There we go. Right side. To the right side of side. Sorry. Left side to left side, right side to the right side. That's a hot mess, though. That's not right. That doesn't look right at all. Very, very unclean. Again, we have this little mess over here. Easy enough to fix that, though, so not a problem. I say as I struggle to fix it. Come on, baby. There we go. Nice and easy. I should be able to. This feels like the soonest I can start my my move here. I guess it'll just have to be messy. But okay, let me just check just to make sure I've got this right. So yeah, right side going over to the right side. A little bit further over like that. Left side going over to the left side. Yeah, that looks better. Maybe I was just thrown off earlier, but that looks better. We have this. The trains coming up this way can go up this way. So again, this train depot now can also send larger trains up to Vetserinkograd. Not that we'll want to do that because I think our infrastructure will fall apart, but we have access to that now as well. So this is good. We'll have to wait until we're paying for terraforming to get that done. People are able to come over from Vetserinkograd and from just everywhere up to the nuclear plant, to the nuclear cities as well. Alright, good stuff. Oh god, am I about to click build on this? Holy crap. 25 million rubles? 25 million. Nearly, if you round up, 26 million rubles. Plus the cost of all these stations as well. Oh my god, 500,000 here. That's 26 million. And then another 1.5 million here, 27.5 million. 27.5 million rubles. This is maybe the most expensive infrastructure project we've ever had. It's also the most like extra, you know, like it's so over the top. That's what I mean. It's our extra structure project. Is that a real thing? It's not a real thing. It can't be a real thing. Okay, I really got it. If I'm gonna spend that kind of money, let's just check here. So this is hooked up properly. This is all good. This is all good. This is all good. This is gonna be a bit of a mess, but I think it'll function just fine. Yes. Okay, good, 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 good. This is all good. This is all good. This is clean. We checked the electrical connections. This is all good and clean. These make sense. This makes sense. This is all good. And over here, this all makes sense as well. This also all makes sense. Yes. Right? I think so. We're gonna need semaphores over here to make sure all this functions, but we'll deal with that as it comes up. Up over here, does this make sense? Yeah, you're coming through. You're going to a junction. This I know we'll need. We'll need a regular semaphore up over here, right? And a chain semaphore, not a chain, yeah, chain semaphore down over there, like so. And that should, oh dear, that should work properly. All right, let's do it. I don't even know where to put the camera. It'll just kind of happen. We'll just watch it happen. So let's go ahead and, yeah, fund construction from rubles. Here we go. Oh my god. Oh my god, let's go ahead and fund this as well. Watch, there's like massive mistakes all across the board. Fund that as well. Alright, yes, let's watch this go down. Maybe this is not a bad angle, because then we can see quite a bit of it here. My musical cue, this is the song to which we build this track. Let's go ahead and, yeah, hit play. Oh my god. Funny how quick some of the track is laid, and the tunnels take forever, rather. All that's done. Yeah, we couldn't even get the the camera up here in time. What about this section over here? Alright, this was previously commissioned and cancelled, so this didn't get included. There you go. There you go. Beauty. Okay, well, hopefully this didn't break everything. We'll find out soon enough, I'm sure. This is all cleared up, so that's good. Power still seems to be moving, so that's promising, right? Over here, we did clean up the mistake we made, yes. But we do have, yeah, a little bit of a mess over here. How do we clean this mess up? Wait, why do we have a mess over here? You're trying to go up that way, you shouldn't be bothered by anything. Here we go. Here we go. So these are all like two ways as well, right? So that should give us enough room. I wonder if it should be closer. I wonder if it should hug this a little bit, but I don't think so. Where did that pink dot over there? There we go. That should clear us up over here. Hopefully we're all good over here. Yeah, we're fine. We'll need to build like all of our junctions and stuff, of course, our semaphores over here. So right side, we need a chain over here going into this. Need a chain over here going into this. And then over here, we need a chain going in like that. Okay, cool. Then we need our regular semaphores, like so, and like so, right? Right side going up, right side going out, right side going out. Yeah, okay, that makes sense to me. And then that makes sense to me. Very, very, very crucial differentiator. Get rid of these. Go ahead and get the see, the middle section is where I always kind of get thrown off, because you want the train to pass through, and once it passes through, you want it to immediately let the next trains through as well, right? So you want one in the middle. And I believe you would want them to be chains all the way, because you want to check the next block over before pushing through. But then doesn't that defeat the purpose of these guys down, the semaphore in the first place? Like, geez, it's been so long since I've done one of these. Where are some of our junctions over here? Oh god, you can see the mess we've made. Oh, looking back at some of these old sections, man, it's a trip. It is a trip. Like here, we don't need them in the middle. because it's such a small section that gets blocked off. But we don't necessarily need them here either. It's just a much bigger section of track. Maybe we leave it clean for now, and if it starts to prove problematic, we'll add more semaphores as needed. This is just one big track section now. We'll obviously need to change that if we want this to actually function. But let's go ahead and pop down, say one like that, one like that. Get these guys all set up. Like that. Do I want a crossing to let them go into either platform? I guess I would, right? Like, why wouldn't I? I've done it everywhere else, why wouldn't I want it over here? Crossing not allowed, maybe that's why. Really don't understand the limitation in the length here. I guess the curves throw it off. We do something like that on both sides. It's so that a train can get to the platform and then get out of the platform and get to the right side of the track. Right, yeah. I was like, I know I need to do this. So just as a heads up, I'm recording this with like 3 hours or so of sleep. I don't know if you saw the Total War Warhammer trailer analysis video that went out yesterday now. To get that done, I had to basically nearly pull an all-nighter. I have very little sleep in me, so if I seem a little bit slower at times, that's why. Well, part of the reason why. This needs to be a chain going into a junction, and then this would be 2 ways, right? Traffic jam, that's not promising. Oh, these guys, that's fine. We get that from time to time. It's not the end of the world. We'll deal with that at some point. So here, yeah, okay, we've got this, so you can go. You're good. Now, do we actually want this to be? No, I was gonna say, do we want these to be mixed signals? Because they added mixed signals later on, right? And we never really have played around with them. But let's go ahead and put chains down. Oh, of course I can't put a chain down. Stuff like that. Doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's just like, why didn't you stop me, game? Why didn't you just stop me? Get rid of these. Okay, so let's get the chains down first over here. There you go. And let's go ahead and get the crossing set up again. That and like that. And then over here we need chain like that and the regular like that. Again, I might be pushing these a little too close to the actual junction. Now that I look at it. Why don't we put them back over here? Just a bit more room, right? To match this as well. And now again, we have like this massive section right side. Going that way. Yep, we're good, we're good. Trying to make sure trains of like a decent length are able to go through here without blocking each other, stopping each other, anything like that. I might need to adjust this when we actually have the trains on the track, just to better match their like lengths and stuff, but I think we're doing okay over here. I think. Come on now. There we go. There we go. Now this is where things again get kind of messy. Right side, yep. Left side, that way, and then okay, over here. So, alright. So, you are coming in from the right side. So we want a chain over here because you're going into an intersection. And on this side, we're going to have a chain facing this way. A regular semaphore like that, and a regular semaphore like that. Over here, we'll want a well, this is, I think, where we want a mixed, right? Because a chain going into the junction, but a regular one going out of the junction, I think. Okay, this, in theory, again, should work. In theory. Up over here, we'll need some chains. So, let's see. Right side, like that. And then over here, I mean, this is not done yet. So let's come back here, pop you down while we're over here. And over here, this needs to be a chain. That needs to be a chain because it's going into that junction. Those are where things get kind of messy. So we would maybe want this to be a chain like that. But this can be a regular one. and then this would be a regular one as well going this way. That makes this section really kind of small, which makes me a little nervous. Makes the section really tiny. I like having a bit more room, but we'll see if this works for us. This makes this section kind of jam-packed as well. And we do that and that. Like, that barely makes a difference. I can't even get rid of these now. I think I'll have to wait a little bit before I can do that. Okay, so this is fine. Hopefully this is fine. We might need to add some junctions, or some semaphores, sorry, in the middle there. But we have this, then we go down to here where we need our... Oh, you don't have power? That's awkward. Why would you not have power? Are some of these guys not built? Oh, these guys are not built. Okay, that's why. That's why they don't have power. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. We'll get back to it. What are we looking at? You're good. Roughly here, let's say. It's going that way. Sorry. Yeah, man. Going that way, get you going this way. And then here we'll have our crossing as well, of course. So chains first. Just so that I have my spacing correct. Hook you up like that. There we go. And hook you up like that. Okay. And then a chain. You know what? Actually, a chain right in over here. I think that makes sense. And over here as well, of course, we need our chains on the way out. Go ahead and hook. Come on. Hook you up like this and like this. And then we'll have our chain right side. Too tight. Way too tight. Do like that, and then like that, because you're going out that way. Right. And then, of course, again, we have our markers here. Let's go. One more over here, perhaps. Again, the bridge will hopefully go over this, right? So we hopefully don't have to worry about that. Go ahead and pop that and that. We'll go into the tunnel. The tunnel, of course, we have very little control over, unfortunately. So let's put one down right over here. And right over here. Always over-click on that one. There we go. And under-click on this one. We're good. Again, another tunnel. Now here's where things get funky, because we have the... This is too tight, right? So I wonder if we don't have a crossing over here instead and make the rest of this two-way. So this tunnel is a bit of a like a two. Well, it's a two-way tunnel. We plant you down like maybe this and like this. Make these guys a chain, right? It's a long, long section. Chain. That basically means if the tunnel, if there's a vehicle, if there's a train in the tunnel, no one's coming through. That's a long section. It's a long section. I don't know how I feel about that. Let's see if we do a chain over here. Like that, and then a regular like that. At least it's a shorter section, I guess. And then once the train arrives at the station, the tunnel frees up again. That's the downside of being so jam-packed sometimes. Well, all the time. But hey, it's okay. I think this will work. I think this should work. Yo, this space is coming together really nicely as well. Now, how have we done a good job of employment over here? 8,600. We're seeing a new like floor roughly. It looks like this year as a whole. It's November. I mean, at least we're not looking at 12K. You know, again. What do we have over here? A few passengers over here. Wonder if we need more passenger buses, maybe. Trying to take a look at the behavior here. Just want to see if, yeah, passengers will overwhelm the space. This is a passenger bus, right? Yeah. Got a couple of them coming, actually. I think that's just it. It's like too many of them come, like, really kind of back to back to back. This is like, honestly, I feel like I'm watching Toronto and the TTC. It's like you wait 3 hours, there's no buses, and then all of a sudden 4 buses show up at the same time. Wish I could say I was really exaggerating, but I'm only marginally exaggerating. And then you get the jamming. You know what? Okay, let's go ahead and turn line spacing on for this line. And see what that does for us. That might do the trick, right? Probably 300 meters. The annoying thing about line spacing like this is that, of course, passengers are only going to, like, commuters only commute for so long, and if the bus slows down by too much and it doesn't go to its maximum speed, then you're going to potentially see passengers, like, just get off, like, disappear off the bus, right? Where are you headed? Into Leedsburg. Oh, right, okay, over there. Right, that's fine. Oh, you can see some of them are empty. This guy's almost done as well. Can I actually add... Yes, I can. A lot more people. And I'm pretty sure some people are able to get up there. Yeah, we should be able to employ this entire building, basically. At the very least. Our population is dropping really fast right now. So we were at 90.6, weren't we? Our population is dropping extremely quickly. And it's because of those 21 pluses who are reaching 30. Now, what's the deal over here? Right, we need to finish this track section. Now, where are we? And I need to get the power plant up and running. This is getting ridiculous. Railways, batch using rubles. Yeah, let's do it. Couldn't really see it, unfortunately. But that should solve the power provision problem, yes. Over here, these guys need to be built up. They'll have power as well from being on these tracks, so that'll be good. Yeah, okay, good stuff. I'm fairly certain I've got these crossings figured out right, so that should be fine. Hold on, what's this? Oh, I read nuclear fire, and I was like, sorry, what's going on? Okay, we need to get the crossings done, that's fine. We need to get a train in as well. Oh, right, and then there's this, of course. Well, again, I do feel like the, I feel like these crossings, these intersections, or whatever you want to call them, I think they're fine. And if they're not, we'll go ahead and redo them, right? Like, look, we got money. That was really expensive, though. I'm not gonna lie, that was extremely expensive. Like, holy crap, that was pricey. Now here, we're having some, serious investments in terraforming. The annoying thing is that, like, I still have to, like, stop and go, you know? I can't just, like, put everything down all at once. But I do want to plan this cleanly. I want to make sure that it's a good, clean, as clean as can be kind of a set of tracks, right? Money is not the issue, it's the good looks, the aesthetics, and the efficiency. This space, we can go all the way up to here, flattening. Okay, this is good. What I mean to say is, like, I would like to, you know, put the tracks down in their, like, pre-construction mode, so they're highlighted white, and then you know, really assess, like, if I like it or not, if I want to tweak it or not. We're gonna run into some problems over here as we get to these mountains, these literal mountains. Might need to make a bit of a bridge or something, maybe. Don't know about a tunnel. Looks like we are. Maybe? No, impossible. They're pulling up over here. This will be a dead end for some of these roads for sure. Alright. Well, that'll actually work. What about you? You're gonna get up here as well? Okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Turn auto build off here for a moment. Go ahead and go as high up with you as possible. These guys are, like, right there, right? Pull up with this guy as well. Now again, this will be like a mountain. Yeah. Like, that's huge. Now I wonder, actually, if we don't want to make this into a bridge at a certain points. Like, honestly, making this a bridge over here might not be a terrible idea. Just so we can have, or, you know, of course, we can make tunnels for our roads as well, right? Like little road tunnels. That works too, actually. That might be better. That might be nicer. If and when we expand in that direction. So, fine, fair enough. Back to our tracks, then. Oh, wow, I can't believe this is actually possible. Now, of course, if I hit auto build, it'll build this whole thing. How will the connection look? Oh, that's not terrible. That's not terrible. Let's see. I wonder if I pull these back just ever so slightly. Can I? Sides are too steep. Somewhere along the line there's a problem if I do that. But if I'm like just a little bit further up, it was okay. Alright, yeah, screw it. Let's try it again. What's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? Go ahead and auto build. Smooth that out. Or whatever smooth that out means when you're like raising mountains here. Spending several million rubles on raising mountains and dropping others. There we go. And will you hook up as well? You will. All right. I'm actually really pleased at this. Did it need to happen? I don't know. Am I glad that it did? Yes. We've been talking about this for so long. It's just nice to see it. Let's go ahead and get it done. Something very appealing about that, isn't there? Nice. Okay. Well, yeah. I wasn't expecting to dedicate that much time to this, but it did still need a fair bit of work beyond what we did last time, more than I had maybe realized, especially because we wanted to, like, yeah, get that connection in there, make sure trains are actually able to be sent from the depot. Here we go. There we go. We'd have some troubles. We'd have some troubles. What's the deal here? What's the deal? What's your problem? Why are you grumpy? And how can I make you not? You're trying to go up there. You're trying to go down here. I assume... Yeah, this guy wants to get onto this side of the tracks. No, not until way down there. Oh, but this is the only place to cross, isn't it? So I wonder if I need to maybe add a crossing further down so that we can... we don't get this kind of a block. This is where... So this is what throws me off, is like, how can I make it so that one of these trains... Like, this train has to go first. This guy is waiting on this guy. Why doesn't this train go first? Is that just not how semaphores work in the real world? This is where the logic breaks for me. Because I would expect, like, yeah, like, this guy has to use this track. This guy has to use the track he's already on. So why doesn't he just use the track he's already on and move forward? You know what I mean? That's what throws me off. That's the stuff that throws me off. Anyway, there's going to be a little bit of adjustment needed over here. We're going to have a bit of an adjustment period in general. Wait, actually, hold on. This crossing isn't even powered. That's not even the problem. Where is our crossing? You come all the way down over here. This is our... Yeah, this isn't even the problem. They're just facing off over here. Unnecessarily, I think. Because this is wooden track. Hang on a second. I just want to see if this is in fact solved. I don't think this needed to be chains. Looks like we'll be fine. Yeah, I was seeing the crossing and I was thinking it was a like a, you know, like any other crossing, but it's not. Those were wooden tracks placed for our construction endeavors. Well, there you go. Made one problem and solved another, folks. That seems to be the MO around these parts sometimes. I hope you enjoyed this session, though. This is where we're going to call it. Got a lot done. Next session, we will have the nuclear power plant up and running. We'll have more jobs for more people, though unemployment right now is dropping, which is nice to see. We'll drop it even further. Unfortunately, the population is dropping as well. We need to get those trains up and running. We got to get buildings up and running as well. We need to get people some houses so they don't leave the nation. I hope you enjoyed this session. If you did, again, you know what to do. Let me know down below by leaving a like and a comment. It really does help me make decisions on the channel, what I should do, what I should not do. Your feedback is always extremely valuable. It does look like we've maybe solved the problem down over here. At least it hasn't come up this entire session, so, you know, perfect example, case in point, I guess. But yeah, hope you guys had a good time. And if you did, or, you know, even if you didn't, let me know down below, and I can always course correct and fine-tune my approach. Folks, as always, a Massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big ol' thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, das vidanya.